How much do you know about your family tree?
Actually, a surprisingly large amount. My dad's quite into genealogy in the family tree, so he's actually traced my surname back to, I think it's 12th century Durham, and we've gone to there and seen our crest on the family, on the font at the church and everything. So yeah, quite far back. It's a Saxon name, and no Normans or anything in it. So yeah, quite a lot.
Is there anyone in your family that you'd like to know more about?
I think, there's one called Elizabeth Elstob. She was a poet in London, actually, and it would be quite interesting to know a bit more about her because she was quite famous by all means, but I don't know enough about her to be able to talk about it, really, so yeah.
How much do you know about your family tree?
I know a fair amount about my family tree. I know we come back from ancestors in Sweden and England, and I know we've traced it back, I think, to the 1500s for some of the lines.
Have you ever researched it?
I haven't personally done a lot of research about my ancestors. I know we have the books and we have the stories and the journals, and it's all there. So I guess I'd be interested to know a little bit about what my ancestors did before they came to America, because I think they were farmers. I'm not entirely sure.
How much do you know about your family tree?
I know a little bit because my dad's done some research into his side of the family. We know that my father's side stretches back to the 1700s in Cornwall. My great-great-grandfather went down on the Titanic. Interesting piece of family history. And we've got some family artifacts for that.
Is there anyone in your family that you'd like to know more about?
Probably the wife of the man who went down with the Titanic. I think she had quite an interesting and quite difficult life. She had a baby, brought it up by herself, so sounds like an amazing woman.
How much do you know about your family tree?
I know quite a lot because a relative of my father's did some research on our family tree, about 20 years ago. So, I know that my father's family is from Luxembourg. And in fact, when I worked there, I tried to get in touch with some distant relatives, but they weren't interested.
Is there anyone in your family that you'd like to know more about?
Guess what? It's precisely those relatives who are still living in Luxembourg, but what can I do? If they didn't want to meet me, oh well, I guess it's just destiny.
How much do you know about your family tree?
I know a little bit about my family tree because I was lucky enough to grow up with having great-grandparents in my life until about ninth grade. So I know a lot from them, and they told me a lot of stories about their parents and grandparents, but it doesn't go much further than that, and that's only on my dad's side. I know about immigration from Russia, but that's all I know, and then my mom's side I really don't know a lot about, but it's something I'm interested in looking into.
Have you ever researched it?
I've tried to research it a little bit, like doing the Ancestry.com thing, but I haven't really gotten much further than that.
Is there anyone in your family that you'd like to know more about?
I'd love to know more about my great-grandmother's grandmother, so I guess that would be my great-great-great-grandmother. She was involved with Prohibition, and I heard stories of her making alcohol in their house and then smuggling it to other areas they actually lived in New York, so other areas of the city. Yeah.